Hare Krishna, एवं परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तोत्र सुतश्री श्रीमदेशी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिला प्रभुपाद की इस्कॉन पौंडराचार्य शिला प्रभुपाद की ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तोत्र सुतश्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज शिला प्रभुपाद की नामाचार्य श्रीला हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासुरी गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंद राधा कुंद गिरी गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की गंगा मई की जय, यमुना मई की जय, भक्ति देवी की जय, तुलसी देवी की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय, समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय, गौर प्रेमानंदे Algorithm somebody what is Algorithm somebody what is Algorithm somebody what is Algorithm Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga Algorithm Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So Hare Krishna. So for newcomers, so we are going to chant one round of Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So I guess you know Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, right? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So the whole purpose is Krishna and his names are non-different. So when you say Hare Krishna, so actually you are calling out Krishna, and Krishna is going to come here. Right? If you chant attentively, that is the whole purpose. So our objective is to hear our own chanting. This is called chanting. So when you say Hare, that means you should hear. So that is how the mind is concentrated on Krishna's name. Okay, so we have 108 beats here. Okay, you start from there is center beat here, so you don't touch this, but you use your thumb. Use your thumb. And you don't use this. What finger is this? Four finger. Four finger we don't use because it's a pointing finger, problem pointing finger always. That's what they say. But we don't use this four finger. Okay, use your thumb to move forward. So for every bead, you chant one mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So you just hear what you chant, so that your mind is completely engrossed in Krishna's names. Okay, so that is the whole objective. Okay, so likewise we have 108 beats, 108 here. So that is called one round of chanting, which takes about 8 to 9 minutes. If we chant here in this congregation, because we are going to go as synchronous as possible with Srila Prabhupada, so that will take time. But if you chant at home, hardly 6 to 7 minutes you can complete one round of chanting. Okay, so we'll do that now. One round, even kids, you are supposed to chant. Okay. Yes. Sit properly first. Don't move around, and then we'll start chanting with Srila Prabhupada. Okay. Thank you. So before chanting the invocation prayers, okay, we take permission of the Panchatattva. They are called Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta. We'll take their names.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय. So, how was the chanting? Did you like it? Good. Kids, how about you? Very nice. Please continue at home also. If you don't have beads, I have the beads I can give you. You can take at the end of the program. Okay?
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Oh, it's stuck to me. Don't go with this anymore. At least we're supposed to. Bombing.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much for coming to our regular weekly Saturday program. Kids, they can go to Saturday school. Kids under the age of 13. Nihal, are you 13? Then come.
He's under 13.
So parents, are not allowed to get into that room because kids will get deviated. So, so let's introduce the speaker. Who is going to sing Jayarada Madhava? Brinda? Please repeat after me. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudiraye nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naistiki mukam karoti vachalam bhangam langayate girim yat kripatamaham vande Gurun Deenataranam. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharan Nirvisheshu Nirpaschatya Dichatha Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you very much, and thanks to all the online devotees for joining this session. Makaria
Speaker for today.
is on his way, so he's coming. Okay, so please tolerate for another 45 minutes. He'll be here. So we learned something new today. You all know what is the series going on right now, right? What is that? 10 offenses. This is part 4. So hopefully, I don't think I'll be completing this session, but it's okay. So as long as we are learning something new and we are trying to implement what we learn, that is most important, not just theory. So even in your colleges, schools, I don't know, schools we had practicals, but in colleges we had practicals, right? We had Viva and then practicals. So practicals is when you apply your theory, correct? You all had. So similarly in our spiritual life also, not just hearing won't help. It'll help, but if you don't try to implement, then that's it. We have 2 years. It'll come from here, it'll go from here. No, it should go through the ears, go into the heart. When it goes into the heart, that is when you implement. The more you implement, the more realization. The more it sticks to your heart. That's how it is. So finally it's practicals, not just theory. Yeah, all these Vedas, everything you can learn, you can study day and night, but if you don't implement, there's no. So that is why Acharya says is Acharati iti Acharya. Okay, Acharati means he will do and implement by example. he'll show to the world by example, by implementing. Our best acharyas are Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada didn't just preach, and then he didn't do something else. He just implemented what he preached to the world. So just by looking at him, many people became devotees just by looking at him. Right? So there is one example, Srila Prabhupada disciples, one of the disciples, he shares that when he was walking in the streets of New York at that time, right, when Srila Prabhupada was there, initially, 1967, I think. So Srila Prabhupada was walking, you know, have you seen Matchless Gift? You know, so there Srila Prabhupada was walking, and on the opposite side, on the footpath, the other person was walking before becoming a devotee. So he just looked at Srila Prabhupada, and that made him devotee actually. So that attracted Srila Prabhupada presence. His face was so glowing just by looking at him. Something attracted him. So he came to Srila Prabhupada and he became devotee. So that's how it is. So when we really practice the real devotee, just by looking at him, you know, he has a wonderful smile, it's a glowing face. Right? Just by looking at him, you get influenced somehow or the other. So that is a real devotee. So anyways, we'll be discussing about 10 offenses. I don't know how many of you remember what we discussed last 3 sessions. So before we go there, recently September 1st was a special day. What was that? September 1st was World Cow Day. Remember? World Cow Day. That is very special to us, specifically our Gaudiya Vaishnavas and any other Vaishnavas. It is very special to us because Krishna loves cows. Right? Cows also love Krishna. There's a very, very close interaction with cows because Krishna is a cowherd boy, right? So he takes care of cows. He loves cows. So that was a World Cow Day. Okay, so that was a day when everybody, specifically on that day, the proposal is that going forward, that becomes a World Cow Day. Now they are proposing to be. Eventually it will be like any other day. We have Mother's Day, Father's Day, right? So it will be Cows Day, World Cows Day, which is very special. So on that day, just before that day, we had an opportunity to go to New Nilachal Dham, right? Was it before that or after that? Okay, whenever. So you all got an opportunity to interact with cow, feed them, right? Brush them. So you did a lot of service. You liked it, I guess. So it is very important. Cow in our Vedic society, it is a very, very important animal, cow. Right? Even the byproducts, like any other animal, if you consider their dung or urine, those are not useful. Only cows' urine and cow dung, they are used. They are used for medicines also, for human beings. So it is very close. Cow is also considered to be one of the 7 mothers. Do you know we have 7 mothers? Nihal, you are saying yes. What is that? Who are those 7 mothers? Tulsi, yeah, we consider every other woman as mother, but specifically in Vedic scriptures, it is said that we all have 7 mothers. You know, so okay, let's repeat. Okay, Atma Mata, Guru Patni, Brahmani, Rajapatnika, Dhenu, Dhatri, Tata Prithvi, Saptaita, Matara Smrita. So 7 mothers. You got it? Atma Mata. Atma Mata is who? One who gave birth. That is mother. Atma Mata Guru Patni. Guru's wife. Guru's wife you have to consider as a mother. Atma Mata Guru Patni Brahmani. Who is Brahmani? Wife of a Brahmana. Brahmani Rajapatnika. King's wife. Queen. Rajapatnika. Atma Mata Guru Patni Brahmani Rajapatnika. Dhenu. See? Dhenu. Dhenu is one of the mothers. 7 mothers. Dhenu. Dhatri. Huh? That, yes. Yeah, speak out. No, Dhatri. Dhatri is nurse. Who nurses you. Okay. Dhenu, Dhatri. Yes. Tata Prithvi. Prithvi. What is Prithvi? Earth. Yes. There you go. 7 mothers. Atma Mata, Guru Patni, Brahmani, Rajapatnika, Dhenu, Dhatri, Tata Prithvi, Saptaita. Sapta means 7. Saptaita Matara Smrita. Okay, so there are 7 mothers, out of which cow is also one of our mothers. Right? So Srila Prabhupada says cow gives milk, mother gives milk. So we have to consider cow as mother. So it is very, very important that we see cow as our mother. So that is why we take care of cows very nicely. The whole problem in this material world, Srila Prabhupada says that we are suffering because we don't take care of cows. If you take care of cows, there won't be any suffering. Like how Krishna took care of cows, right? Unfortunately, they are sent to slaughterhouses once they don't start giving milk. So we don't kill our mothers when they stop giving milk, right? We don't. But cows are sent to slaughterhouses. It's a very unfortunate situation. But so we have to make, we belong to our Vedic culture, so we have to make sure that cows are treated properly, and then we have to take care of them. Okay? So that is World Cow Day. So I just wanted to start with the cow. So now let's get into our session, 10 offenses, holy name. So just now, this is for newcomers. Just now you chanted this holy name, right? So how was it? It was good, very nice. So we need to understand, I'll give you just a glimpse, short glimpse for about 2 minutes. We need to understand why we are chanting. Do you know why we are chanting? Then you can share your thoughts. So it is said that, as I introduced in the beginning, that Krishna's names, which is Hare Krishna, we say Krishna, right? Hare is Radharani, and Krishna's names and Radharani. So they are non-different from Krishna himself. Okay, it is all said in the scripture, they are non-different. So it is very difficult at this point of time, we being in this material world, okay, we cannot call out Krishna directly. So we'll call him through his names. So his names and he is non-different. So it's easy to call through his names. That is why we chant attentively. So when we chant, what happens is, the whole purpose of chanting is to ultimately achieve the love of God. So that is the whole purpose. Achieve love of God. So we don't know what it is right now. We cannot experience. Right? By whatever knowledge we have, experiences we have, we cannot. So the only way for this Kali Yuga, the perfect prescription for this Kali Yuga is Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Harer Namaiva Kevalam, Kalau Nasteva, Nasteva Gatiranyata. So there is no other means in this Kali Yuga other than chanting the holy name of the Lord. That is the only way to achieve Krishna. So that is why we chant, especially in this Kali Yuga, because other yugas they have different prescription, but for Kali Yuga, chanting is the only way. So that is why we chant. We have to chant 365 by 7 always. So, but we have other duties also. So we'll see why we chant. Okay, last time we discussed many points why we chant attentively. So what are the advantages of chanting attentively? What are the disadvantages if we don't chant? Okay, so there are 3 stages of chanting. Okay, first stage is the basic stage. When we all come into Krishna consciousness, okay, we start chanting. We don't chant really attentively, right? It's very difficult to concentrate our mind to start with. So we chant with lot of offenses. Okay, that is the very first stage. That stage is called Namaprad stage. Okay, so which we all do. A lot of deviation when we chant, right? Our mind is not concentrated. Not only that, we do a lot of offenses which we will go through now. So that is the first stage, Namaprad stage. Then second stage is Namabhas. Namabhas in Namabhas stage, that is the middle point. Okay, so there you don't do offenses, but you still don't get that ultimate taste for the names. Okay, Namabhas stage. So then the third stage, the final stage is Shuddhanam. Shuddhanam, that is where we have to go through. Shuddhanam is a pure chanting of the holy name. That means continuously, spontaneously, you will end up in chanting. If you don't chant, you cry for chanting. Okay, when you're chanting, you cry to see Krishna, talk to him. Okay, so that is Shuddhanam. Names are so powerful, right? You will see the efficacy of those mantras. Hare Krishna mantra, that is the Shuddhanam. So that is the final objective where we have to get through. Okay, so if we chant with Nama Prad, what happens? We read about it that we lose taste for chanting, right? So many of us here are we are chanting for past many years, right? Some are chanting many decades also. So we say, oh, Prabhu, I don't have taste for chanting. If even after chanting so many years I don't get taste, so what am I doing wrong? Please help me out. What am I doing wrong? So it is because of Nam Aprad. Okay, so we'll go through that. But I'm saying because of Nam Aprad, we don't get chanting. It is like, our Bhakti Marga is a Raja Marg. It is like a bullet train. Okay, you get on at a stop and then you end up in going to the other stop. Non-stop, zoom, fast, right? It is like a bullet train. But what happens if you do with chanting? It is like a shuttle train. It will stop there for 10 minutes. It will go to next stop there 10 minutes. It will go to next stop. So by the time you reach destination, you are already old. It is like that. So if you do offenses, that is like a shuttle train. So you stop there. So similarly, sometimes you go through in your spiritual life, you go through fast, then there is a break. Okay, then you lose chanting, taste for chanting, right? You don't have the same mood continuously, do you? No, sometimes you lose taste, or sometimes you even feel, I don't want to chant. Sometimes you even feel, why I even got into Krishna consciousness? Come on, I did a wrong thing, right? You feel that? Yeah, so those are because we do a lot of offenses while we chant. So we don't get chanting. So we don't get pleasure in hearing the Krishna's names. Okay, so what happens? Ultimately, we don't achieve God. But even if we achieve God, it takes a lot of time, lot of lifetimes. Right? We don't want that. This life we got human birth. Okay, human birth is very rare. So we have to take full advantage of this human birth. Right? We don't want to take another birth. We also saw what is the disadvantage of taking another birth. Right? What are the disadvantages? 7 disadvantages we discussed. What are the 7 problems which are common for all, which nobody wants it and nobody can avoid it? What are those? 7 problems. Staying at home, that's a big problem. Staying at home is a big problem. So which are common for all. That means you staying at home is a problem for you, but I staying at home is not a problem for me. No, it should be a generic problem. Oh, womb. Oh, sorry, I got you wrong. I thought home. Yeah, womb. That is definitely a problem. That is called birth. Okay, birth, old age, disease, and death. 4 problems which are common for all. Nobody can avoid it. Nobody wants it. Okay, because it's a problem. And Adi Bhautik, Adi Devik, Adi Atmik. There are 3 problems. There's 7 problems. Okay, which we don't want. So that is why in this birth, whatever we have taken birth, in this birth, we have to strive such a way that this should be our last birth. Can we do that? Is it possible? Yes? Acharyas are telling. So you trust Acharyas, right? You trust scriptures. You have faith in Krishna, isn't it? Krishna is saying, Na tad bhasheto suryo, na shashanko na pavakaha, yadgatva na nivartante taddama paramamma. This my spiritual world, once you come to my spiritual world, then you're not going to come back. Okay? Yadgatva na nivartante taddama paramamma. So Krishna says that. So if you have faith in Krishna, then whatever process Krishna has given us, we have to follow that. If we follow that process, he says this is the end result. So why don't we follow that process? And the simplest process in this Kali Yuga is chanting of Maha Mantra. And he says not just chanting attentively. All our acharyas says how to chant. So chanting attentively. And also Srila Prabhupada, many times you have heard, Srila Prabhupada says, even if you chant one time, you go back to Godhead. Right? But how many times you chanted? Why are you here still? Right? So we have been chanting for many, many years, but still we are not liberated. We don't go back to, right? Maybe after death we might, but I'm saying, so there is a disclaimer actually. Always when they give terms of use, right? Whatever declaration they give, at the end small font they'll give disclaimer. They won't give big because if they give big, then people will read. They don't want people to read. It's a small font, point size, 4-point size, disclaimer, with no offenses. So that is a disclaimer. So you have to be careful. So you can go back to Godhead just by chanting one mantra, but with no offenses. Dot. Dot. So you have to be careful. So we should know what are those offenses first of all. Right? So we read through 10 offenses. This is given in Padma Puran, a Brahmakanda section. Srila Vyasadeva mentions this in Padma Puran. Brahmakanda section, if you want to refer back, 10 offenses. Okay, these are in Sanskrit also. When you get time, you look into it. Sanskrit is also very nice. But we read out in English version. What are those 10 offenses? So quickly I'll go through 10 offenses. I'll read through, then we'll go one by one. Okay. So the first offense is to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their life for propagating the holy name of the Lord. Remember this? The second one is to consider the names of demigod like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal or independent of the names of Lord Vishnu. Third is to disobey the instructions of spiritual masters. Fourth, to blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. Fifth, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. Sixth, to give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. Seventh, to commit sinful activities on the strength of holy name. Eighth, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities as offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities. Ninth, to instruct a faithless person about the glories of holy name. 10th, to not have complete faith in chanting of the holy name and maintain materialistic attachment even after hearing so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava should guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the ultimate result. What is the ultimate result? Krishna Prem. Okay, so even kids always want to play, right? They don't want any schooling, they don't want any homework, they don't want to study, right? That is the innate nature of kids. They always want to play. But unfortunately, we are in this material world, we have to study, we have to work hard, we have to get job. But Krishna is saying, come to my world. There is no studies, 24/7, just eating, playing, nothing else. Who doesn't like? Do you like? Lakshmipati, do you like? So we always want to have fun all the time, 24/7. Krishna says, not in this material world, buddy. You come back, come to my world. I will give you that. How to come to my world? Is chanting. Chanting how? Not doing these 10 offenses. Okay. So now we will go through these 10 offenses so that ultimately the objective is to chant without any offenses and chant attentively. So Krishna also says that when you chant, I will come and dance on your tongue. So we have to get to that stage. That means without chanting, we cannot live even a minute. Without thinking about Krishna, we cannot live even a minute. Even if you are working, That people can say, oh, I'm working 8, 9, 10 hours a day, so how can I remember Krishna? You can still remember Krishna. Right? In 12th chapter, Krishna says that if you can't do this, you do this. If you can't do this, so some person say, oh, I can't dedicate fully to Krishna. Okay, no problem. Whatever you're working, your action, your results, give it to me. That is enough. Then say, oh, I cannot give my results to you. Okay, I can give some donation. That is enough. That is the result actually. Okay. Pranair artair diya vacha. Pranair means you can completely surrender. Okay, no, I cannot surrender completely. I have so many duties. I have to do that, this. Artair. Artair means what? Money. Okay. Whatever you earn, you don't give me 100%. Srila Rupa Goswami says that, 50% of your income you can donate it to Krishna. 50%. Because he gave you 100%. So why don't you donate 50%? Right? Pranair artair. So some person say, I don't have money. How will I donate? How will I give? Though no matter. Okay. Pranair artair diya. Diya means what? Diya is not light. Diya means intelligence. Okay. Use your intelligence. Use your intelligence. So whatever you get, try to see. This is where you have to be very careful, because it is not that you go after money. Okay. So once you get money, how do you use that money for devotional service? That matters actually. So nobody is stopping you from becoming a millionaire. You can become millionaire. In fact, all the money, whatever is there, it has to come to devotee, so that devotee can use it very carefully. Okay. Pranair, artair, diya, use your intelligence. Vacha, if you cannot do any of these things, just preach. Preach. Vacha means use your tongue for preaching. Talk about Krishna. Machitta madgata pranaha bodayantas parasparam. Among us, keep talking about Krishna. So whenever you get time, don't talk about politics, don't talk about movies. Talk about Krishna. That's it. That's what Krishna is saying. That's the least you can do, right? Everybody has tongue. You don't have to, I can't say, Prabhu, I forgot my chanting bead at home. But you cannot say, Prabhu, I forgot my tongue at home. Tongue is with you always. Right? It is, wherever you go, tongue is there. So just chant. That's it. That is why this chanting process is so easy in this Kali Yuga. Wherever you are there, even if you forget beats, that's okay. You can still chant Mahamantra. Why not? Is it possible? Yeah, 24/7. Pranair arthay diya vacha. You can do all of this. Okay. So ultimate objective is to chant with no offenses. So the very first offense, anybody remember? Just now we said.
Blaspheming devotees. साधकों का निंदा करना.
Ninda.
Blaspheming devotees.
Yes, it is called Satam Ninda in Sanskrit. Satam. Satam means, Sat means truth. Right? From Sat, that word came Satya. Satya, it is truth. Satam means those who follow the truth. That means those who are after Krishna. Truth is what? Ultimately, Satyam Param Dhimayi, the very first sloka of Bhagavatam. The truth is Krishna. So those who follow Krishna, they're called Satam. Satam Ninda. Ninda means blasphemy. Okay? So the root of blasphemy is criticism. Okay? Criticism. So, first one is to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their life in propagating the holy name of the Lord. Okay, this is Vaishnava Aparad. So, first of all, we need to know who is a Vaishnava. Who is actually a Vaishnava? Any thought?
जो one time नाम जप करता है वो भी वैष्णव है.
हम भी करते हैं one time.
हाँ तो वो
हाँ.
वैष्णव है. सिर्फ चैतन्य महाप्रभु.
हाँ.
उनको वैष्णव काउंट करना चाहिए. और जो भगवान को पूरे मुझे सरेंडर है वो भी वैष्णव है. भगवान की सेवा जो करते हैं.
हाँ, वो भी वैष्णव है. सरेंडर, जो सरेंडर किया. So that is very important. So Vaishnava means who is fully surrendered to Krishna, completely surrendered to Krishna. So he leads his life in this material world. We are not talking about spiritual. Vaishnava in this material world who leads his life, everything based on scriptures, sadhu and shastra. Okay, whatever activity you do, you lead that based on sadhu and shastra. Is a perfect Vaishnava. And he demonstrates some external symptoms. How do you know he's a Vaishnava? Because we are not at that level. Okay, I can't say, hey, he's a Vaishnava, he's not a Vaishnava, he's a Vaishnava. No, we cannot say that. We cannot read your mind. What is in your mind? How do we? We cannot judge. We are not the judge. Right? We should not be judging. But how do you know that he's a Vaishnava? He exhibits some external symptoms. Right? If you see his activities, his way of talk, his way of thought, okay, everything will be in relation to scriptures. Right? So that is a pure Vaishnava. So it is said in Chaitanya Charitamrita also, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says about there are many qualities of a Vaishnava, but he gives around 26 qualities of Vaishnavas. Okay, so if I'll just read that 26 qualities, but we'll see where we fall in, right? So we need to know where we are to improve ourselves. Right? So 26 qualities of a Vaishnava. Devotees are always merciful, humble, truthful, equal to all, faultless, magnanimous, mild and clean. They are without material possessions and they perform welfare work for everyone. Please hear attentively. They are peaceful, surrendered to Krishna and desireless. They are indifferent to material acquisitions and are fixed in devotional service. They completely control the 6 bad qualities. What are the 6 bad qualities? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. So it is lust, anger, greed. Yes, then pride, envy. Yes. So they eat as much as required and they are not inebriated. They are respectful, grave, compassionate and without false prestige. They are friendly, poetic, expert and silent. Silent doesn't mean that मौन करना है आज पूरा तो आई एम टू योर डिवोटी, ऐसा नहीं है. Prabhupada was very silent, but he was always talking. उसका मतलब क्या है? You have to talk only about Krishna. Even if you talk 24/7, you are called to be silent. Right? Prahlad Maharaj was Mitabhashini. One of the great quality of Prahlad Maharaj was Mitabhashini. He was talking only. Talk to the point, that's all. Not blah, 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 blah. How many words we talk? 70,000 words. Is it? How many words per day? What is the statistics? Yeah, there is some statistics. Men talk these many words. Of course, women are double. According to statistics, not me. Sorry, don't get me wrong. Okay. So, those many words. So, you yourself have to introspect. Okay. So, today, without knowing all this knowledge, I'm talking 20,000 words. Okay. With all this knowledge, tomorrow I have to talk 10,000 words. So, eventually you have to improve. Okay. So, that is most important in this Kali Yuga actually. That is where all the problems come. All the problems come because of talking. Okay. Just try yourself at home. Be silent, husband and wife, one day. No problem. Right? Am I right or wrong? Oh, you don't be. Okay. So I'm saying, so talk less. That is one of the qualities of a Vaishnava. So we don't know who is Vaishnava actually. But if they exhibit some of these or all of these qualities, then we know that he is a Vaishnava. Right? But we are not going to judge. So it's better to not do aparadh to anybody for that matter, because you don't know, right, who is close to Krishna. So this criticism is very important. So we should not even, especially scripture says that behind somebody you should not criticize. Okay, if you really want to criticize, come in front and criticize. and that too not negative criticism. अरे कल आपने किया था, क्या आदमी है, ऐसा नहीं. Criticism, okay, it should be a positive criticism. Like father, mother, okay, they criticize child. Why? For the betterment of the child. Right? Similarly, teacher, guru can criticize a student because it's for their betterment. So these are all positive criticism. So you cannot do negative criticism. So criticism, that is where the root of blasphemy, criticism. Okay, so that is when we do aprad. Okay, so in scriptures it is mentioned there are four types of criticisms. Four types of criticisms. Okay, so why we criticize? The first one is we criticize based on the social background. Right? Social background. For example, like our Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was a great scholar at that time. You all know that? He was a very, very great scholar. But his master, who is his master, spiritual master? Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji. Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji was illiterate. In the material sense, if you see, he was completely illiterate. But still, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he begged, falling at his lotus feet, please make me your disciple. Please accept me as your disciple. Why? Because he didn't see social status. If you see social status, would I go and follow somebody who is illiterate at the feet? No. But Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is the greatest scholar at the time, one of the greatest. So he fell at the lotus feet of Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, please accept me as your disciple. He even went to an extent that if you don't make me disciple, then I'm going to suicide. See, he didn't see social status. Srila Prabhupada, when he came to US, he didn't see social status of all these Westerners. They were all humanizers. They were all hippies. He didn't see any of these social status. Okay, he accepted everybody as his disciple. Right? So that is what it is. So we should not see their social status. In Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one of his closest favorite disciples, Srila Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur is called Namacharya, right? Namacharya. Chanting how many rounds per day? 192 rounds. How many mantras? 192. More than 300,000. Right? Can we chant 192 rounds per day? Just how many? Maybe 1 hour left after 192 rounds? No? Something like that. So, he was a Muslim. You know that? He was a Muslim. Haridas Thakur. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted. He didn't see any social status. He didn't criticize him. Hey, you're a Muslim. No. Right? So there is no, you should not look into the social status, first thing. Okay? First of all, no criticism. Okay? Then you should not look into the social status of anybody. Then second thing is you should not look into the past sins or faults they have committed. Okay, somebody might have committed sins before and that you came to know. But that person is striving so much that to rectify his past sins, then you have to encourage, you have to respect. You cannot criticize him. Past is past. We always say, right, past is past. Forget about past and get into the future, right? Forget and forgiveness. So you cannot dwell upon the past sins or faults they have committed and criticize them. No, that is the third. Third is unintentional. Those who have created or committed unintentional sins and they fell down. It was not intentional, by mistake, by force, by external entity force. He committed some mistakes. Okay, but example is that some devotee, it's a live example, because he committed some mistake, he went into jail. Right, he was arrested, he went into jail, and then he came out. So then the other Vaishnava committee, should he accept him? And now he is very serious. Actually in jail, he chanted so much and he made many others devotee. Then he came out of the jail. So he rectified himself. So we should not disrespect or we should not criticize him. So it was unintentional mistake he did. And sometimes there are traces of past karma or past activities. They are still lingering. Like for example, I eat too much, right? Eating too much is a propensity we still have. Like I can talk about myself. I still have that propensity, eating too much, which is bad actually, but eating too much, okay? That propensity is still there. But at least I am better now because I was eating meat at that time. I was eating meat too much at that time. So eating too much, I had that propensity before also. But now, instead I am eating prasadam. So I should not be criticized. Is it? Am I correct? Yes. So you should see how the devotee is doing now, current, not with the past. So then you end up not criticizing because of this. So we need knowledge to all. So there are 3 ways of committing Vaishnava Aparadha. 3 ways, 3 routes. What are the 3 ways? In your mind, in your word, by your actions. Kaya, Vacha, Manasa. Kaya is what? Actions. Vacha? Words. Manasa? Mind. So in these 3 ways you can commit Vaishnava Aparadha. Correct? But when it comes to mind, there is a discount in this Kali Yuga. Not any other Yuga. For at least this Kali Yuga, there is a discount. Okay? So whatever in your mind you commit offenses to other Vaishnavas, it is forgiven. It's a concession. But we should not take advantage of this concession and keep committing offenses in our mind. Because the more you commit offenses in your mind, ultimately the propensity is to put in words the same thoughts. When you put in words, if that doesn't work, you can put by action. So ultimately, the one which has started in the mind, it will come into action. So it's better not to do in mind also, offenses. So we'll go through what are those offenses. You are done so early? It's 7:20. Okay. So, what are the 3 ways? Kaya, Vacha, Manasa. These are the ways to commit Vaishnava Aparadha. Okay. So in Skanda Puran, they say, using these are the basic ways you commit Vaishnava Aparadha. Right? But if you go in detail, there are 6 ways you commit a Vaishnava Aparadha. 6 ways you commit Vaishnava Aparadha. So first one is Hanti. Hanti means one who kills or manhandles a devotee. Have you seen this? I have seen manhandling a devotee. Okay. So why this happens, manhandling a devotee? Anger. Anger comes because of envy. Okay. So Hanti. So one ends up even killing a devotee. That is not allowed. Okay. These are the 6 ways. Hanti. Next is Nindanti. Nindanti is what? Blaming. One who criticizes a devotee. So we already went through. You cannot criticize based on his past sinful activities. You cannot criticize based on past lingering propensity. You cannot criticize based on your social status. So we discussed all that. So Hanti, Nindanti. Okay. Then Dveshtiva. Dveshtiva means you cannot hate a person. So normally we say, right, okay, I don't like this person. That's it. I set this rule for the life, not just now. I don't like this person. No, it is very dangerous. Actually, in scriptures, if I tell you this, how the formula works, you'll be really amazed. Okay, so when we say, I don't like this person, I don't want to live with this person, I hate this person, so next life they'll become mother-in-law and daughter-in-law. So they have to bear each other. Or next life that person will become a daughter or son for that person. So much trouble will give that child to the mother.
So scriptures it is said like that. The karmic reactions work like that. Right? You cannot say I don't like, I don't. No. So next one is Nabhinandanti. One who fails to offer obeisances to Vaishnava upon seeing them. Okay, whenever you see Vaishnava, that's why our Yugal Kishore Prabhu, who is the founder Acharya of Benchalam Bhakti Vriksha. So he used to train us. Whenever we come into our satsang, whenever you see a devotee, when we come, first offer obeisances. We all have to offer obeisances. Okay, that's actually part of exercise also. We don't do exercise, right? This is best offer obeisances whenever you see a Vaishnava. Okay, there are some rules, but in temple you cannot do that. There are some etiquettes to be followed, but at least whenever you see a Vaishnava here or even in the street, if you happen to see a Vaishnava, pure Vaishnava, you have to offer obeisances. Dandavat, you know Dandavat? Dandavat means the stick is like this, it will fall down. Dandavat. So likewise, if you see your spiritual master outside, right? First thing you have to do is Dandavat. No. It is raining, my dhoti will get dirty, muddy, so I can't. No. Just Dandavat. Fall at his feet. So that is, okay, you have to offer obeisances. Otherwise, it's an offense. It says if you don't do that, it's an offense. The next offense is much more amazing. If we hear, one yati no harsham darshane patanani sat. One who does not become joyful upon seeing another Vaishnava. Not just offering obeisances. You have to be happy. Not fake happy. They're laughing, it's so nice. No, joyful, by heart. If you see other Vaishnava who is wearing tilak, okay, and kantimala, is a Vaishnava, at least. So offer obeisances, you have to respect him and you have to be happy seeing him. I cannot say, oh, again he came. Every Saturday I have to see him. No, not like that. You should be hankering to see other devotees. Right? When you see them, you have to be happy. If you don't be happy, you are doing offense to that devotee. Right? Then other one who becomes angry with a Vaishnava, krudayati. Okay, so you should not become angry with Vaishnava anytime. By your words, by your mind, by your actions, it should be such a way that other Vaishnavas should get pleased by seeing you. Right? Your behavior, our behavior, it should be in such a way that Vaishnava, whoever sees us, they have to be pleased. Because if we please Vaishnava, Krishna ultimately will be pleased. Krishna is very close to a Vaishnava, sadhu. Right? He says in one of the Bhagavatam 9th canto, when Durvasa Muni Ambarish Maharaj, right? You know this episode, Durvasa Muni Ambarish Maharaj, right? So when Durvasa Muni goes to Krishna begging for his life, then Krishna says, beware, because in sadhu's heart, I am there. In my heart, sadhus are there. I know nothing but them and they know nothing but me. Krishna says that. Another nice verse. Okay. Sadhavo hridayam mahyam. It says that. Sadhus are in my heart and I am in their heart. So, sadhus means Vaishnavas, basically, they are very close to Krishna. So, our objective is to please Vaishnavas by our behavior, by our words, and by our thoughts and mind. We have to please them. Our objective is to get as much blessings as possible. Right? You heard this in our olden days, parents used to say, okay, go take blessings from them, take blessings from him, take blessings. Okay, so our objective is to get as many blessings as possible. That should be our objective. The more blessings we get, the more closer we become to Krishna. Okay, so we learned 6 ways that we offend Vaishnavas. What are those 6 ways? Amal Prabhu, Amala Gauranga Prabhu. Hanti, first one. What is Hanti?
Manhandling.
Manhandling, very good.
Nindanti, yes. Brajesh Govind Prabhu, what is Nindanti?
Means like a blasphemy.
Yes, who criticizes a devotee. Then, Hanti Nindanti Dveshtiva. What is Dveshtiva? Dvesh. Envy. Dvesh. Envy. And Nabhinandanti. Yes, who fails to offer obeisances to Vaishnava. That's an offense. Then fourth, fifth. Yes. One who does not become joyful by seeing other Vaishnava, that is also an offense. Please note all these things. We are going to do practicals. In this assembly, we are going to do practicals. Right? From today onwards. We'll see next week how everyone behaves. Right? You have to be joyful seeing others.
Please post it the group, might be easier to get.
Yes. Okay.
Important thing.
Yeah, so it is very important. And then, Krodayati. You should never become angry. Okay, you should talk in such a way, you should act. Even in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, if you follow this verse, whatever I am saying now, not said by me, but said by Krishna, okay, then you won't have any enemies in your life. Are you ready to follow?
Yes.
What is that? What is that word? Remember? What is that verse? No. Is the austerity of speech.
Speech should be that sweet,
Yes, go ahead.
truthful,
Cloudly. No.
speech.
Okay, are you ready? Anudvegakaram vakyam satyam priyam hitam chayat swadhyaya abhyasanam chaiva vanmaya tapa uchyate. You know this sloka?
Yes.
Okay, Krishna says in. So if you know this verse and you implement it, believe me that you won't have any enemies in your life. Okay? And whatever we just read, you won't do those offenses. Okay? Anudvega karam vakyam. Anudvega. Udvega means not angry. Udvega means provocation. Okay? So, anudvega is saying opposite of it. Anudvega. So you should talk in such a way that the opposite person should not get excited. When you talk, the opposite person who is hearing should not get excited. Anxiety. Right? Anudvega. Karam vakyam. Vakyam. Vakyam means speech. So when you speak, opposite person should not get excited. And what it should be? Satyam. Truth. Hitam.
Beneficial.
Pleasing.
Also.
Satyam, Itam, what? Benefic, Itam. Okay? And Satyam, Priyam, Hitam Chayat. Hitam means what? Hitam means beneficially. Priyam means pleasing. Okay? Should be Satyam, Priyam, Hitam Chayat. How does it come? It comes from Swadhyaya. Swadhyaya means practice. Swadhyaya, Adhyaya, study. Swadhyaya means study. Swadhyaya, Abhyasanam. Abhyasanam means practice. Swadhyaya, Abhyasanam chaiva, Vanmaya, Tapa uchyate. So that means when you speak, first thing that opposite person should not get excited. Okay? Should not be provoked to become angry. Swadhyaya. So, Anudvega karam vakyam satyam priyam hitam. You should speak truth which is very pleasing and also which is beneficial. When you speak, should be beneficial for you and to the hearer, whoever is hearing. It should be beneficial for me. We cannot talk about film or actors or politics, right? It is not useful for me. In what ways it is useful? So Satyam Priyam Hitam Chayat, that comes from Swadhyaya Abhyasanam Chaiva Vanmaya Tapa Uchyate. Okay, so Krishna says that. So the whole practice, whatever we have to, and whatever we learn today, right, at least, so that we have to put into practice. When we put into practice, we don't do all these offenses. When we don't do offenses, specifically Vaishnava Aparad, Vaishnava Aparad is more danger. When Ambarish Maharaj was about to be killed by Durvasa Muni, right, for no reasons, right, Ambarish Maharaj didn't do any mistake, right, did he? He just drank water to break Ekadashi. He didn't do any mistake. But Durvasa Muni became very angry. He plucked his hair and then a demon came about to kill Ambarish Maharaj. Suddenly Sudarshan Chakra comes, Krishna. Because Krishna is very dear, Ambarish Maharaj is completely dedicated. Okay, so Krishna saves Ambarish Maharaj by sending the Sudarshan Chakra. Sudarshan Chakra goes after. Then it ultimately goes after Durvasa Muni. Durvasa Muni goes loka to loka to save himself. Goes to Brahma Loka, Shiva Loka, nobody is saved. He goes to Vaishnava, finally, Goloka. Krishna says, sorry, I am Bhakta Paradina. I am surrendered to Bhakta. I cannot do anything. He says, that's your chakra. I'm sorry, I cannot do anything. You have offended a Vaishnava. Okay, go to him. Go back to Ambarish Maharaj. Then he went back to Ambarish Maharaj, then he got saved. See, that is, even Krishna won't help if you do Vaishnava Aparad. Okay, you may think that I did Vaishnava Aparad and then I went and apologized. Okay, sorry, I did Vaishnava Aparad. Please. No, but the reaction will still be there. Even if you take beg for forgiveness, the reaction will still be there. So it's better not to do Vaishnava Aparad. It's very dangerous. Okay, so this is about Vaishnava Aparad, but we are already time up. Now we'll go to the next one. Next one is what? To consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal or independent of the names of Lord Vishnu. So we'll learn more about that in next session. Okay, so now we'll break. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, complaints, please go ahead. Okay, no questions. That means everyone understood?
Prabhuji, you said following all the, following all the, whatever you mentioned, will not have enemies. But what if we don't do anything, but other people commit offenses, they become enemies for us?
No, they won't. Actually, Yudhishthir Maharaj is considered, so you heard this question, what he said? So you don't do any mistake, but others consider you as enemies. That's exactly what happened in the case of Yudhishthir Maharaj. Yudhishthir Maharaj didn't have any enemies. He was called Ajata Shatru. Yudhishthir Maharaj was called Ajata Shatru. That means who doesn't have enemies. But there were a lot of enemies. Duryodhana was enemy. The whole Duryodhana gang was enemical to Yudhishthir Maharaj. They were always trying to kill Yudhishthir Maharaj. The thing is, Yudhishthir Maharaj didn't consider them as enemies. They considered Yudhishthir Maharaj as enemy. Understood? So, when something happens or when you deal with a person who is trying to offend you, right, who tries to blaspheme you, who tries to criticize you, then your karmic reaction will be based on how you react to that situation. If you don't react to that situation, then your karma bag won't increase. You understood my point? Somebody is trying to blaspheme you. Let them do. If you don't react, then half of your previous bad karmic reaction, he will take it. You understood the logic? Huh? If I try to offend you, blaspheme you, okay, for whatsoever reason, if you don't react to that blasphemy, right? First of all, you won't increase your karmic reaction, right? Second of all, whatever your karmic reaction you were supposed to get because of your previous sinful activities, half of it I will take it. समझाए मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ? Equation. So which is better? What about the opposite, if they react?
If they react, then they will get more karma. Already they had karmic reactions from previous sins, and they'll get more reaction. Because they will react, I will react, angry, fighting, blah, blah, all that. So then karmic reactions will go on. Then it will become cycle of birth and death like that.
But since you are not related, we are not like, let's say we don't, like you said in the example, I'll not get affected. Nobody's, no, if I react, then 50 whatever portion of my any sins not relating to that person, but in general.
In general, anything you'll take. So you won't get the karmic reaction. So you have to be very careful when you deal with the situation. Okay, see, this karma is very intricate. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, it's not easy to understand. But still, they give a lot of these kind of examples. Now, how to behave, when to react and when not to react. So all this comes from knowledge. Okay, so ultimately you have to make sure that your karmic reactions, whatever is there. Say for example, I'll give a very simple example. You have a ball in your hand, right? You have a ball. You throw that ball to the wall. What happens? Ball will come back, right? This is exactly what happens with a Vaishnava or any person. Okay? You say, Prabhuji, the whole life I didn't commit any sinful activities. Why am I getting this? Why am I facing all these problems? I didn't do any wrong to anybody. As per my memory goes, why am I suffering? Right? Suffering is because you don't know. This ball of karma, your karma, you threw at the wall and it is coming back. When you threw, you didn't realize, but when it came back, now you're, why is that ball coming to me? Ball of reaction coming to me. It is I threw before, not somebody else. I threw that ball. Sometimes I throw a black ball, sometimes I throw red ball. That means lust, anger, envy, greed, pride. All these balls I keep throwing. It comes. Today if it doesn't come, after 3 years it will come. Then we'll say, why it is coming to me? Boss, you threw that ball. So when somebody is criticizing you, you don't throw balls. Because all of those are coming back. Right? Same. Action, reaction. Newton's third law. Right? Is it Newton's third law? Yes. Action, reaction. So it's better not to throw balls. Say when somebody is throwing, let them. It'll come back to them. You don't throw ball. If you throw, he throws. Then bombardment. No. So we have to be very careful. That comes with knowledge and experience. Knowledge Krishna is providing, and experience we have to go through by practicing. Abhyasanam chaiva. Right? Any other question? So that means everyone understood. Okay, then I'll ask questions then. Huh? Ready? Okay, so how many of us are ready to put it in practice? You have to be happy always, because you always see devotees, right? That is the first symptom. Be happy and never be angry, never be envious, never blaspheme. Even if others are doing something wrong, Srila Prabhupada says in one of his purport, right? Vaishnava knows his business. You might feel that Vaishnava is doing something wrong, but Vaishnava knows his business. Srila Prabhupada says that. So you are not supposed to judge that Vaishnava. Okay? So you have to be very, very careful. Many times it happens, right? You see some seniors, especially seniors, they're doing something wrong. You feel that. But no, they know what they are doing. Right? So it's again, you have to be very careful when you deal with 3 different category of people. Okay? So you might meet with a devotee who are equal to you. Right? Equal to you not by age, at least knowledge and realization, equal. Or when we deal with the higher ups, or when you deal with the lower ups. When you meet with equals, be friendly. Shastra says that. When you meet lower ups, be compassionate. When you meet higher ups, be respectful. Suppose say if somebody is doing let's come to practical scenario. So you see some higher ups, they are doing some grave mistake. Okay, what do you do now in this situation? This is my question to you.
Keep quiet.
Keep quiet. Don't throw ball.
Now we know the result of the ball.
So
Don't judge.
yeah, don't judge. At the same time that you have to pray for the devotee. If he is doing some grave mistake, which you all know, which is not in conjunction with the scriptures, okay, if you feel that, you have to be, you have to pray for them. But if you can, then you have to talk to that higher up, higher than that person, that higher up, to mention that this is happening. So they will take care. You understood my point? Not really. Huh?
We should not react.
Yes, you should not react. Suppose I am doing some mistake. You are my junior, say. I am doing some grave mistake. So you don't have to come to me and tell me because I might feel offended. So, but you can talk to my higher up and inform. They will know how to deal with me. You understood? So that is how you have to deal with different level of people. If you are friendly, same level, then you can go on directly and do positive criticism, not negative criticism. Okay? So, Gulkichar Prabhu, as I said, he gave this wonderful point. Whenever you want to find somebody else's fault, this is the same level I'm talking. Whenever you want to find somebody else's fault, okay, the best thing is you first glorify him of the good things what he has done. You know that? First glorify. Don't straight away go in. You don't have any brains? Why did you do that? No, not like that. First glorify him of what good things he has done to you, and then come to the negative things. Okay, then he won't feel offended. He'll be very pleased to hear. Because everyone wants to hear good things about themselves, right? Yeah. So that is a trick. So there's a different category of people dealings. So when you see a younger person who is doing a mistake, you can correct them. Again, positive criticism. You can correct them because unless he's receiving, if he's not receiving, that's a different scenario. But if he's receiving, then you can correct them. Okay. Any other? Or everyone is waiting for prasadam.
So this will
Prabhu, I have a question.
apply for spouse and kids also.
Applies for everyone.
Muktasanga, Prabhu.
Everyone including
Amala Gaurang Prabhu. Somebody is speaking on. Yes.
Muktasanga, Prabhu.
spouses and kids.
Yeah, including spouses. See, spiritually, everything is independent identity. Okay, so we can't say that they are she's my wife. When I die, she will also die with me. No, they are independent identity. Okay, so they are independent souls. So all these rules and regulations applies to both of them. But it is very best to start implementing inside the family, which is the most difficult. Outside we can implement, but inside the family it's very difficult to implement. But that is the best. Spirituality starts at home, right? So that is why we have to follow some process like deity worship. You know, as we all say, right? Those who pray together, they stay together. Those who dances together, advances together. Right? This happens inside the family. Right? So it's very difficult, but we can do it. We have examples, we have testimonials who have already done that, who are peaceful in that Grihasthashrama. Yes, Mataji.
Prabhu, Vaslam, Vani Seva.
Huh?
Vani Seva Mataji.
On nahi kiya. Keep closer. Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, thank you so much. It's good. That is a good point that you made. I'm just wondering, for when you do Dandavat, is it only for men or it is included for women? When you see a woman Vaishnava, what are we supposed to do? We are happy to see them, but not everybody is going to show your happiness. They are not going to share your happiness. But do we say we don't fall at their feet? Do we?
I didn't completely understand your question, but can you please repeat?
Prabhu, when you said Dandavat, right?
Yes.
Okay, when you for men, when you fall at their feet, when you see somebody as a Vaishnava, you fall at their, you are happy to see each other, you recognize the other person by falling down. So is it the same way that we do for a woman also, woman Vaishnava woman?
Doesn't matter, Mataji, whether it is a woman or men. Okay, offering obeisances applies to all. But like men, we do Shastanga Namaskar. Okay? We do Shastanga Namaskar. Right? It is flat. But women, they recommended they do only Panchanga Namaskar. Okay? So that is how we are supposed to do.
But I heard from somebody you don't have to fall down.
No, so that is applicable not inside the temple. See, there are etiquettes. Inside the temple, you are not supposed to offer or fall at anybody's feet unless he is your spiritual master and Krishna and Prabhupada. That's all. You cannot fall at anybody's feet inside the temple. But outside, yes.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay? So it depends where you are.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Anybody else online? How many are there?
6, 5.
Okay, so no more questions. We still have 9 more offenses. So it'll be part 5. Part 5, part 6, part 7. Yeah, it's better to know in detail. So as I said, huh? Yes, it's very, very, this is the base for all of us. Because we always chant every day, we chant, right? So we have to make sure that we chant with no offenses. Many times we sit, we keep walking around, that is because of physical limitations. Sometimes we have to walk. But if there is no limitation, it's always suggested, recommended to sit at one place and chant. Otherwise we cannot concentrate properly. Sometimes we do so many other things parallelly and then chant, which is unacceptable. Unacceptable. We have to chant on the beats, always, not on the clicker. So please, those who have clicker, please throw that away. Okay, no clicker chanting. Okay, so you can chant on the beats. Okay, and when you're chanting, don't do any other activity. I've seen people sitting in front of TV and chanting, looking at the football match, looking at cricket match. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hey, 6 more, eh? No, that is greatest offense. You cannot do that. No. So all these rules and regulations are for us to follow, is to elevate ourselves. Okay, chanting is very, very, very important because that is the only way. Kalau nasteva, 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 gatiranyata. There's no other way, no other way, no other way, no other way, no other way in this Kali Yuga. Chanting is the only way. So when that is the only way, why don't you chant properly? First of all, why don't you chant? How many of us are chanting? At least one round. Kids, rise up, rise up. So now everybody's hand will come down. How many of you are chanting 16 rounds? See? Srila Prabhupada said, for this Kali Yuga at least, initially when he proposed 64 rounds, devotees went back to him. Prabhupada, Swamiji, I cannot do 64 rounds. It takes me 8 hours, 10 hours sometimes. When will I do all my other activities? No, so Swamiji, at that time they used to call him Swamiji. So Srila Prabhupada reduced it to 32. 64 to 32. Then they again went back. Oh, I cannot, Prabhupada. Then 30 to say 16, not less than 16. No concession. Even if you go back to him, no concession. He won't say come down to 8, come down to 4, come down to 2, 1 is enough. No, nothing like that. So 16 rounds minimum we have to chant, and especially those who are initiated, please, they have to follow a lot of etiquette. I am hitting directly here somebody. Okay. First etiquette is to follow the rules and regulations. Your dress code. As a Vaishnava, your dress code is very important. Okay, that is the first and foremost. Not that that is all in all, no. But your dress code is very important. Whenever, especially those I'm talking about initiated devotees, whenever you assemble, okay, at home is okay, but whenever you assemble, you have to wear dhoti kurta. And ladies, you have to wear at least salwar kameez, they say, if not sari. Sari is the best, but at least salwar kameez. You know, this is for everyone, but strict for initiated devotees. Strict, no excuse. Okay, so that is when you show Krishna serious business. Krishna, I am not here for fun, not for pious entertainment. I am doing serious business here. Coming to satsang, learning something. I will go home and implement, and I'll elevate in my spiritual life. That is the business, real business. I have to show Krishna that. Then Krishna will say, you took 10 steps, I'll take 100 steps towards you. And Krishna will learn. You have to be serious. Okay? So sorry if I have unknowingly offended somebody. Anyone? So, no more questions, we'll break. You have any questions? Nothing? It's already 8 o'clock. So do we have kids session? Kids either? Okay. Can somebody read Prabhupada quotes? No? So we'll break for prasadam, and before that I have a couple of announcements. So first thing is, next week we won't have satsang here. Okay, so we have satsang at Subhadra Mataji's place. You know Subhadra Mataji, right? Very close by. It's just same street, you know, in Feasterville. So Subhadra Mataji's place, she's organizing a big grand festival for Radhastami. It will be very nice. So please come. I'm going to share the flyer. So we are not going to have. Okay, that is on 13th. So next week is 13th. So after that 20th, so it is still tentative because Vanit Prabhu and Shika Mataji, they wanted to have a program. So I'll confirm with them. That is only on the availability of Vishnu Gada Prabhu. Okay, if he is available, then the program will be at Vanit Prabhu's place. So that is on 20th. If not, we'll have program here, 20th. And then 27th, again, big festival. Rath Yatra, Philadelphia Rath Yatra. So that is one of the biggest festival on the East Coast. So don't miss that. There are a lot of services available. So we would like to request everyone to participate in that festival. Okay, it happens in downtown, if you don't know, because you're new.
We went there.
Oh, you went? Very nice. Did you like it? Yeah. Okay. So Saujanya Mataji is here. She is running a stall there, a food stall, which is very popular food stall. So you can help her if you want, participate in that. And participate in the whole event, basically. So there are a lot of services in the temple also. If you want to really enroll, you can contact me or anybody here. Everyone knows. So that is on September 27th, Rath Yatra, FISCON Philadelphia Rath Yatra. Okay. That's all. Now, want to read Srila Prabhupada quote, somebody? Okay, online devotees, thank you very much. So we are baking for prasadam now. So I'll read out Srila Prabhupada's quote for the entire week. I want that phone. Thank you, online devotees. Haribol.